C.O. Cannon here from Fiction Atlas Press, bringing you another Indie Connection. Today I'd like to tell you about some indie books that you might enjoy if you're a fan of Seven Faceless Saints by M.K. Lobb. The first book I have for you is called House of Eclipses by Casey L. Bond. Capture his heart, steal his crown, free my kingdom. Nor is the unwanted, unloved third-born of the Aten, chosen vessel of the sun goddess Sol. While she has no chance at inheriting her father's title, what she truly longs for is peace from his unrelenting hatred. Hope builds that she may finally be able to claim that reprieve when a missive arrives from the House of the Moon. The new Lumen, chosen of the moon god Lumos, seeks to broker peace with the kingdom of Helios for the first time in ages. He envisions open trade routes and an end to archaic rivalries. His dedication to this cause extends to visions of a union between the two families by marrying one of Aten's daughters, if one of the matches is a fit. Driven by his own twisted agenda, Nor's father is willing to sacrifice his daughters as pawns to steal the crown for him to further his despotic reign. But Nor has other ideas, for whomever wears the crown of moonlight holds the power of the moon itself. With such strength at her command, she could finally defeat her tyrannical father. Yet this endeavor cannot be accomplished without great sacrifice. As Nor learns more about Lumen Callum, guilt over her betrayal consumes her, burning hot as the sun itself. If only he wasn't kind and selfless, and exactly what she wanted. If only she had greater dominion over her heart. Can Nor carry out her plan and end her father's vile reign? Or will unlikely alliances allow a new day to dawn? The second book I have for you is called Knights, Witches, and Murder by R.M. Schultz. In a land where the wolf wind and mists roam like ghosts, the conflicted son of a witch was knighted by the king, knighted to repay a debt to his father. His name is Calic. He alone holds knowledge from both the knighthood and the mysterious witches of the woods. When the king's sheep are found lying in the snow, riddled with black rashes and hemorrhagic eyes, Calic is summoned to discover the reason for their deaths. Then, as human victims arrive in the city, Calic uncovers an eerie string of clues. He seeks the aid and determination of the pious Irstin, his betrothed and niece of the king. But to catch the murderer, they must find answers. Answers hidden beneath a web of secrets ensnaring the royal family, a witch, an innkeeper, a priest, and a former thief. And Calic never suspected he'd have to choose between the only two things he's ever loved. The third book I have for you is called Origin by Pedro Urvi. What would you do if the golden gods kidnapped your sister and you were one of their slave hunters? The Sonoka, the people of the sea, have been enslaved by the golden gods. They live within the limits of the boundary, for only one purpose: produce for the gods or die. Kira, a 17-year-old girl, is selected along with other young girls and taken to the gods. Her brother Akai will move heaven and earth to find her. They will fight for survival, confronting a society constituted to serve the masters, and even the gods themselves in their eternal dwelling. A story of love, survival, sacrifice, and the fight for freedom. And the last book I have for you is called Unwilling Souls by Gregory D. Little. The gods are rightfully imprisoned, and Cess intends to keep them that way. But her rebel father has other plans. Cess is the daughter of a business mogul and a terrorist, each trying their best to kill the other while pretending she doesn't exist. An apprentice jailer of the gods, Cess spends her days learning to forge the tools needed to maintain the gods' prison in the hollowed-out center of the planet. When the prison is mysteriously attacked on her 16th birthday, Cess is forced to flee after the secret of her parentage is revealed. Suddenly on the wrong side of the law, Cess realizes the very father who abandoned her may be the only one who can protect her. But some secrets are darker than parentage. On her way to find her father, Cess will uncover truths about her family and herself that will shatter her understanding of the world and risk the return of the gods themselves. Okay, that's all for me this week. I'll see you next week on the Indie Connection. Bye!